All right. People are upset, Dan.
I'm upset.
Cody's
upset.
I was going to kick a chair. Maybe I was so mad that the one of one Wander Franco was pulled at Walgreens.
And I'm upset that it was Walgreens and not Target.
Well, I was upset that I was at Walgreens and I didn't think to look for baseball cards.
I haven't even found. Have you found any baseball?
No.
Actually, no. You know what? Recently, at the former Walgreens where I used to live, I went in there and they were unloading a box, MJ holding box. So they were starting, and it looked like it was only like the hanger packs.
Oh, was there guys there with flip flops and shorts?
There wasn't, no? and I like the wife was with me, and I'm like trying to look over to see what they got, and
just to creep in.
Yeah, she was like, you don't need any more baseball cards, and I'm like, I just want to know what they got. I didn't find out.
Big deal on the East Coast, I believe that you could Wawa. That's a big deal.
Waiting for the Circle K.
Yeah.
We don't have a Circle. Well,
7-Eleven?
we have a couple Circle Ks.
Couple of
I
them.
believe so. Like not too many.
You got to go to Zona. You go to Zona, you get a lot of Circle Ks.
Yeah, I think we need to make a pilgrimage when we're out in Atlantic City for the National, because there's a lot of Wawas on our way down to AC. From Philly.
Yeah, you also can't pump your own gas in Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Really?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Oregon too? Is it
Oregon as well.
A thing? Okay.
But not
Self-service or the service industry still?
Yeah, definitely not self-service.
Not self-service.
I want to say there's also some spots in Hawaii where they pump your gas for you.
Interesting.
Some spots.
I just want to pump my gas, man. Well, actually, I don't pump gas anymore, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what that. How much is gas now? I don't even know. Anyways,
$18 a gallon.
Don't rub it in.
No, I do have one gas vehicle, but yeah, the one of one black true rookie that one of the biggest chases out of Series 1 2022 was pulled at Walgreens. Before we digest the comments, I'm just trying to get why people are complaining. Because all I hear is like one football, it's $699 a box. It's not for the kids. You know, when Jumbo came out, it's $250. I can't enjoy this with my kids. So now a relatively affordable retail version of the product is available in Walgreens for, I don't know if it came out of a Blaster or a Mega, I'm not sure. But
believe it came out of a hanger pack from what I heard.
A hanger pack, so like a $9 pack.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lawn mowing money. Somebody goes in there with a lower income level, maybe a lawn, but maybe some, some chore money, maybe an allowance, and buys this pack and hits a 101. Now the complaint is, well, this should only be in the hobby. So you can't complain on both sides. It's one or the other. We should rejoice that this was relatively affordable and it came out there.
Do you think Topps knows where this card was going to be put in?
Probably not.
Do you have? Are you outraged, Doug?
I'm outraged at people being outraged for this.
Oh yeah, I really want to have a strong opinion about this.
Force yourself.
But I don't. Man, I want to care. I want to care a lot. It is the parallel hobby exclusive. Does it say anywhere that it's hobby? It doesn't, right?
No.
So it does not. There's nothing to get upset about.
And yet there's
we're not talking like this is a ultra high end product.
I guess
this is flagship we're talking about.
Based.
This is flagship. This is the product that is essentially for everybody, right?
Yes.
So why shouldn't you be able to pull a one of one Franco rookie? It is his rookie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It is the
I
platinum
see the rookie
one of
cup.
one,
I can't see the rookie logo. But yeah, I mean, big deal. Let's move on. Let's chill out. Let's find other things to get mad about.
It's like you're playing, like I said, you're playing both sides. It's like, I'm trying to compare it to something else in life where you could take both sides, and I'm not going to go down the politics route. But it's just like, you can't do it. But it's like.
Doug's like, we're going politics and religion for the next 15 minutes.
It's like complaining about gas, but then you go to the dealership and you buy a Viper or something. It's like, well, you're going to get 8 miles to the gallon, but why you complain about it? I just say, like, why complain on both sides? Like, things aren't affordable, and now something's affordable, and somebody gets something good out of something affordable. I mean, and we can't even have any access to it. If anybody should be mad, it should be us, because we went through 100 cases of product. We should be mad about it, but I'm not. I don't care, because I think it's good for it to be accessible, because that's what gets people in the hobby is they go into these stores and they think about maybe possibly buying a hanger pack, and they do, and they pull something like this, and that's awesome. And maybe they're a baseball card collector for life now.
Tells me everything's totally random. Totally random pack.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally random.
Isn't that what we want?
That's what we want.
Exactly.
Isn't that the dream? Isn't the dream to go, and I don't want to put a gambling spin on it, but like going in and like getting a $1 scratcher and hitting like a couple $100,000, isn't that the dream?
Yeah, and I think it's the problem here is obviously not that it was pulled at a Walgreens. I think we're all in agreement. This is cool. This is great. Like, what, I don't think it was a kid that opened it, but like, what if it, like, the chance that it could have been a kid who opened it?
What if it was little Johnny?
What if it was, you want to take away the one-of-one Wander from little Johnny?
Little Johnny, little Billy, little Frankie?
Pay for his education.
All of it.
You are exactly.
I know there's another question is what do we think it's going to go for? We'll debate on that later. And in the comments below, what does it go for? What is it worth? It's a Wander 101. It's one of the best cards you could ever pull of his. And I haven't had a chance to look as much in the comments, and I know we have some on these slides, but I'm sure there's got to be some conspiracy theories floating around about, well, Fanatics own shops now and they want to go retail, right? So they're going to be like, we're gonna strategically put
there's no way that anybody. I mean, this is done at the printing facility. There isn't somebody who's sitting at Topps, a higher end, higher up, who's like going like, okay, that card needs to go in that pack, and that card needs to go in that pack. Like, not with a product like this where it's so massively produced.
Right, flawless and stuff like that is a different story.
That you can hand pack. You can hand pack national treasures. But again, like, you got to look at how many, even with those products, how many cases and how many boxes are made of those products. How would you have the manpower, or why would you care as a manufacturer of where these cards go?
Well, if you want to bring Drake in the hobby and make sure a card doesn't get pulled, but that's a whole other story, conspiracy theory to dive in later. But yeah, I'm just saying, I know that there's dealers and maybe shops and maybe your average customer that's really into the hobby is saying, well, Fanatics is in this game now and they want people to buy retail. And what a better way to have people go to the retail stores to pull a one-of-one. So now when 2023 comes out, well, whoever is in there that we're chasing, and people are like, well, you never get anything out of retail, we'll be like, well, there was that time that we hit the one-of-one Wander.
But there have been just in the last 12 years that we've been doing this, there's been substantial pulls that have come out of retail product.
Yes.
It happens we see it happen all the time. It usually gets talked about on Twitter. I don't know why people try to spin it in a negative. I think it truly is. And again, it doesn't benefit us because we don't sell the retail product, but I think it is a positive for the industry. I think it is positive. It's a positive to pull a huge card out of a $9 pack is amazing.
Because it refutes all of the preconceived notions that I think a lot of people are having lately. That, it's all for the kids are out of it. It's all for the elite.
Instead of getting bummed, like let's embrace this. Let's be happy about this. This is great. Great news.
Now, what's some of the chatter? I know you have some stuff on here. What are people saying?
So, there is this. Here's a slide if you're watching the video of some of the negative comments. It started with a tweet that basically said, how does this card end up in retail? Some people saying absolutely horrendous. I'm all for having huge hits in retail, but the biggest card of the biggest player in the product should not be in a retail product. And then one more saying, I don't understand why people are harshly defending the one-of-one being in retail. What is the point of having higher priced hobbies if you aren't chasing higher end hits? And I guess my point would be, like, if this is last year, a one-of-one paper parallel of like a big rookie, say of like
Jonathan India.
Right, Jonathan India, Alec Boehm, pick your guy. If it got pulled from retail, would anybody care?
Nobody.
No. Nobody would care. So they have to treat it the same way. Yes, it's Wander Franco, but like, it's the same exact card. It's a one-of-one of a big rookie. who cares if it's Wander Franco or if it's, Joe Schmo off the street? Like, it has to be the same, or else the transparency is gone. You lose trust with your customers. And it just is, to me, it's mind boggling why people are even trying to say that this is wrong. Like, it just really doesn't make any sense to me. I can't even wrap my head around why people are so upset.
And if you play with the theory that these guys are saying, then you're basically, like you said, you're like I spend more money. I should get the better cards than everybody else.
Yes.
That's basically what they're saying.
You're thinking
You're
you're
like,
this elite of the hobby that needs to be catered to.
Why I spent $250 and you give it to a guy that spent $9?
Give it to a kid?
But I bought it out of a hobby and I gave it to a kid, so I actually am the worst.
Yeah, it must have been a slow week in Twitter. Twitter land.
You know what this is? This is, oh man, I go to that gas station every week and I always buy a lotto ticket. And then this week I didn't buy a lotto ticket. That should have been my lotto ticket. That's what this is. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy. Evan Longoria of the San Francisco Giants and of the Never Find a Superfractor fame had a opinion on it. What did Evan Longoria say about this?
Longoria commented on Instagram, quote, "I have to strongly disagree," when basically said, why did this happen? I have to strongly disagree. If the hobby's supposed to be for everyone, why should a hit like this be limited to only the people who can afford to buy premium products? Basically in agreement with us. Good Giant.
Great Giant.
When you are talking
when
you're talking about flawless or definitive, sure, you know what you're getting into. But a paper card or even a chrome, let the kids play.
Love that guy.
Most people also in agreement that this is this is what it should be. That people, this is a card that should be for everybody. Again, this is not the LeBron triple logo, man. It's a paper 1-of-1 parallel.
Like imagine if that. I mean, you want to imagine if you opened up a box of 2021 Panini Prism Contenders draft, right? And out fell just the LeBron triple logo.
They accidentally packed it in.
Then Twitter can be up in arms. Be like, then you have something. If you're like, I bought a $19.99 blaster and out came a $5 million card that was supposed to be in a completely different product.
And I like what the Judge 99 said. Every single person who buys a hobby box is also able to buy retail. Not every person who buys retail is able to afford a hobby box. Yeah. It would be terrible if you had no shot at this card in retail, in my opinion. And I agree. This is a flagship product. They don't make, like Bowman. We're going to preview Bowman coming up here in this episode. And if you're watching the clip, make sure you go onto our Spotify or iTunes or find the Bowman clip as well. They don't put the superfractors. They don't put the orange parallels. They don't have retail versions of that.
And that's my thing. Like, if we're sitting here talking about a parallel that is solely hobby exclusive, where it is stated that this card only is in hobby products. This specific card we're talking about, it isn't hobby exclusive. You can get it in any whatever format, whatever run it comes out of, hanger, mega box, hobby, jumbo, all that. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, it's just how the cookie crumbles, really, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. And Series 1 is supposed to be digested through everybody. They make factory sets. They make all the different variations of it. There's a lot of cards made. And it is truly a Willy Wonka golden ticket to pull the top rookies 101. And it could be anything. That's just what you're going to come to expect. So this hobby is full of speculation, hype, and conspiracy. So, I mean, that's what everybody's fueled by. And, there was conspiracies even on high-end products. I remember specifically 1718 National Treasures release week. Asia gets it first because you don't know when Panini ships it out or a distributor ships it out. They don't know how long it's going to take to get to Japan or China. So those people sometimes get it on Monday or Tuesday on a Wednesday release week. Well, the Donovan Mitchell Logo Man came out. Oh, all the great cards go to Asia. No, they don't. It just happened to be pulled there. But everybody likes to say that. But they get a lot of it over there, and they're opening it early, so everybody's looking for breaks, so they get a lot of attention, and that's why that stuff happens. Or maybe that instance it was pulled out of a first-off-the-line box or something like that. The speculation conspiracy. So just have fun and be happy for whoever pulls that 101. I'd actually like to know who pulled it. I want to hear this person talk about the experience. I thought that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, you would never. I mean, it's one thing to open up. I mean, it's one thing to pull that out of a premium, like a jumbo or a hobby, but to pull that out of a hanger has to like blow your mind.
Oh yeah, you just lose it.
Yeah.
So you're not expecting. I'm sure the person was just hoping to get a Wander rookie.
A Wander rookie, or maybe some type of parallel.
Right.
You got to remember, like, the autos and relics are really, really tough to hit out of the retail of flagship.
Yep.
So
I mean, we've all experienced it. To pull something pack pulled, a huge hit pack pulled, it just hits different than something, where it's like a big end product where it's like, there's going to be 3 to 4 huge hits in it. To hit something huge out of something that is, on a more affordable product always is just more exciting.
yeah. No, I prefer getting my cards on eBay.
Yeah, there
I
you
get
go.
it.
Or that too.
That there's no adrenaline rush like getting your mail day from eBay.
That's true. The adrenaline rush of winning a tight eBay bid.
Of outbidding everybody is just amazing.
Fair enough. I stand
You just
corrected.
like to go fish in those 8-foot pools that people have in their backyard that guarantee
Absolutely. You know how hard, we've talked about this before, you know how hard it is to fish?
It is
Very
very hard.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
yeah, absolutely. If I'm going to have an opportunity to catch a fish and not really try hard to do it, yeah, put me in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that. That's not there's not the sport. I'm saying that
No, put me in there.
There was a place in Tahoe, and you pay per fish.
yeah,
you catch.
and put me in there.
But it's like almost like that fish game. The thing that spins around, and you're like that's how it is.
Or you could spend 12 hours, not even know if
That's
you're
the
doing
fun
it.
of it.
No, that ain't not fun.
I love it.
No, 12 hours, not even know if you're doing it right. Or like sitting there and you're like, is there any like bait on my hook?
My main
It's been in there for like an hour and a half. Like,
my main takeaway here is that you guys were way better at that little fish game than I was. I always had a hard time. I could never catch fish.
You're the one
You
with
gotta time it.
little magnetic?
Yeah,
or
terrible.
what?
Terrible at it.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for the fish's mouth to close. You gotta time it.
Yep.
It's all rhythm.
Bad.
I'm
All
just
bad.
saying, dude, fishing is hard sport. And again, like, there's nothing worse than like sitting there and being like, oh, I just wasted an hour and a half. I had no bait on my hook. I had no chance.
Using the wrong bait.
It's like buying a hanger. I had no chance.
Yeah, no chance. But then you pull that, I don't know, that shark out of the water, that 80-pound freaking sea bass
80-pound
or
marlin
something.
out of out of the little 8-foot pond.
You're on the you're on the dock, and it's like
the reservoir but nearby the house.
there's one fish in like a million miles of,
You mean
of water.
you mean the Bosona Creek Trail?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the same chances of catching a fish somewhere in our building. But anyways, make sure I want to hear your guys' opinion on this subject. Even if you disagree, say, hey, that's wrong. It shouldn't be in retail. Or, you know what, we agree with you, and this is why, because you're great. I don't know. Say something below this comment. Make sure you guys hit subscribe on this video and here on Mojobreak Media. And check us out on Whatnot, guys. We are live on Whatnot as well as YouTube.